So we've got up and explored Wellington a little bit. We've ended up at Petone, Lower Hutt, I think it is, and we've decided to go to this indoor pool over here in Huia, Huia, I think it is, and we're going to have a little bit of a swim, but we're going to use the showers and we're going to wash our hair and we're going to get all clean, and then we're ready for Wellington to do a bit of exploring. I think then we'll spend the afternoon back at the beach resting, because I'm still pretty tired, but I'm glad I've got something in my stomach now. I feel a bit better. Plus we have to do some shopping for our next few days in this area on the road. We'd saved it for Wellington because it was the bigger town, the bigger city, and we'd be able to get more of a selection of food. And I think there's about 500,000 people in Wellington. I'm not sure, I'd have to check that, but it looks kind of bigger than Perth, like in the centre, because the high rises aren't as high, so there's more of them, so it's kind of more intense kind of inner city stuff. It's really interesting driving around. I'm glad Ruby's in there navigating next to me, because there's lots of roundabouts and crosswalks and people and streets, and we keep getting lost, wrong way left, wrong way right, but I guess that's all part of exploring a new place. So we'll continue to do that for the next few days. This Wellington has got a kind of cool vibe about it.
Check out the tyres on that ute. It has flares and the tyres still stick out. It is such a common thing to see in New Zealand, is massive tyres on these utes. And I don't know how they get away with it. I don't know, like, it just does not happen in Western Australia. You would be stickered and off the road in an instant. And it's just commonplace. And the other thing that's really interesting about New Zealand is the amount of four-wheel drives that don't have bull bars. Like, it's just weird, like recognising different cars that are supposed to have bull bars that don't, because they have nothing on the roads that they need to worry about. It's an addition they don't need, lucky buggers.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning here in Wellington, and you can actually see streaks of colour in the sky. It's really cool. That's the ferry cruising along there in the background. They leave at 7 o'clock every morning, 7 to and 7 in the evening again, from both islands. But the sun hasn't been coming up until well after 8 o'clock. But you're in the mountains, and now that we're here on the ocean, I guess, and it's a bit flatter, you haven't got the mountains blocking out the sun, so we're getting that streaky morning beautiful colour of the sky. That's been the difference with the day lengths. It's not so much the sun up sundown time, it's the blockage of the sun as it's coming up and down by the terrain. So this is really cool to see a little bit of light a little bit early. And last night was the first night in I don't know how long, but I wasn't freezing all night. It was actually quite pleasant. It was actually bearable, and I actually had a good night's sleep. I've woken up at 7 o'clock. It's almost a sleep in. Yeah, so I'm looking forward again to today in Wellington.